Now to tonight's special report. Thousands of miles from the Bay Area, a product you probably use every day may be causing widespread environmental and economic devastation. It's a tropical fruit extract called palm oil. Now the battle over the oil is heating up, with both environmentalists and the palm oil industry itself calling for change. Many people don't realize it, but palm oil is used in thousands of household items.
I don't know anything about palm oil.
It's the most widely traded vegetable oil in the world and is used in cookies, crackers, popcorn, frozen dinners, dairy products, candy, soap, lotion, and cosmetics, even biodiesel fuel. It's estimated 1 in 10 products in U.S. grocery stores contain palm oil. But environmental groups such as Greenpeace say palm oil production comes at a heavy price.
About 20 square miles were being slashed and burned, cut up and chopped apart a day.
Greenpeace says rainforests about twice the size of Berkeley are cleared and burned every day to build palm oil plantations. This is where almost 98% of the palm oil imported to the United States comes from, tropical rainforests in Indonesia and Malaysia.
So in 2007, the Guinness Book of World Records gave Indonesia the record for the worst deforestation in the history of the planet.
Greenpeace spokesman Rolf Skar says illegal logging and uncontrolled burns in Southeast Asia also are creating massive air pollution and possibly worldwide health problems.
Indonesia is currently the world's 3rd largest climate polluter, right behind the U.S. and China.
Environmentalists also say the expansion of palm oil plantations threatens to wipe out the natural habitat of endangered species such as the orangutan.
The UN actually estimates that by 2020, 98% of Indonesia's lowland forests will be gone. It's really a collision course, both for endangered species, for people, and for our shared climate.
Layla Salazar-Lopez of Rainforest Action Network says the world needs to put pressure on companies such as the Minneapolis-based agricultural giant Cargill to adopt sustainable methods of palm oil production.
They're the biggest private corporation in the United States, and they're the biggest importer of palm oil and the 2nd biggest supplier of palm oil into the U.S.
Rainforest Action Network says this is one of a number of palm oil plantations Cargill owns and operates in Southeast Asia. A Cargill spokesman says it is working hard to buy palm oil produced with limited harm to the environment and is participating in a global government, industry, and environmental partnership called Roundtable on Sustainable Palm Oil, or RSPO, which sets basic environmental standards for palm oil production.
Cargill has set a policy, a goal that 60% of our crude palm oil supply will be from RSPO members by 2012.
But critics such as Rainforest Action Network say the RSPO standards are vague, not well enforced, and don't prevent deforestation.
Not only is Cargill getting palm oil from their own operations, they're getting palm oil from other suppliers who are not abiding by any kind of standards.
Cargill denies that.
That if there are any suppliers that are not that are reprimanded by the roundtable, the RSPO process, we will stop buying from those suppliers.
Malaysia's prime minister defends the palm oil industry. He says his country is meeting the highest standards of sustainability in the cultivation and harvest of palm oil fruit. But environmentalists say more needs to be done.
Until they agree to be transparent, change their contracts with their suppliers, and adopt and implement a global forest policy, which is what we're calling for, then we're going to escalate our pressure against them.
Environmental groups also say the deforestation is severely impacting local communities because many villagers are losing much of their livelihoods. Salazar-Lopez blames Cargill for much of the problem.
They made promises to communities, and they didn't meet those. Now those communities are left without food sufficiency. They're left with and surrounded by palm oil plantations. They're not able to fully sustain themselves.
Cargill says, along with its own plantations, it also buys from local farmers, and that's improving the living standards of thousands of people. Some retailers, such as Whole Foods, say they plan to stop buying palm oil products that are produced in environmentally destructive ways. But Cargill says right now that's difficult to do because until the RSPO standards are enforced, there is very little palm oil available that is made in sustainable ways.